For the first time in series history, Bravo's Top Chef sprung its iconic Restaurant Wars challenge on the competitors much earlier than expected. With 12 chefs still in the competitions, that meant 3 teams instead of the usual 4, but still only 2 days to conceptualize a restaurant and full menu for 2 options, 3-course meal and 1 complete night of service in front of the judges. Below, check out our minute-by-minute Top Chef recap of Season 16, Episode 4, titled Surprise, It's Restaurant Wars, to find out what happened Thursday, December 27th at 9:08 c. Then be sure to sound off in the comments section about which featured dish sounded the yummiest and your favorite and least favorite chefs in the competition. 9:01 p.m. After her second straight win last week, Nini Nguyen was feeling much more confident than when she entered the competition, while Brian Young began the episode with an awakening moment in the opposite direction after failing to impress himself and the judges thus far. 9:04 p.m. On hand as guest judges for the night's Quickfire Challenge were alums Nina Compton and Karen Akunovich. They helped Padma Lakshmi decide which chef created the best amuse-bouche using one of 3 vessels, a Chinese spoon, a ramekin or a small plate. 9:12 p.m. David Viana, winner of 2 quickfires already, attempted a ravioli despite the inevitable time crunch the decision forced him into. In the end his overconfidence fell flat with Padma, Nina and Karen. They chose his dry and undercooked ravioli, Adrian Wright's lamb and Kelsey Barnard Clark's overportioned plate as the bottom 3. In the top were Brendan Rosen's chowder, Eric Ajapong's curry and Michelle Minori's thoughtful halibut, with Michelle selected as the overall winner, earning immunity for the upcoming Elimination Challenge. See why Top Chef, in its 16th season, is still the creme de la creme of U.S. food shows. 9:14 p.m. For that Elimination Challenge, Caroline Stein arrived in the kitchen to help present the curveball that Restaurant Wars was coming early this season. The challenge usually happens at top 8 with 2 squads of 4, but this season it happened at top 12 with 3 teams of 4 based on which dish they chose to plate on during the quickfire. Those teams came out to be Nini, David, Kelsey and Justin Sutherland; Blue Team, Michelle, Brandon, Pablo Lamon and Sarah Bradley; Gray Team, Adrian, Eric, Brian and Eddie Conrad; Orange Team. 9:25 p.m. The restaurant concept the Gray Team came up with was Thistle, featuring organic, clean vegetable-focused food. The Blue Team went with Third Coast, a seafood restaurant, and the Orange Team decided on Northeast, centered around their love of fall weather food. Northeast's menu included a first course of chicken ballotine by Brian, or striped bass crudo by Eddie, second course or New York strip with cabbage and cauliflower by Eddie, or scallops with pork couscous and carrots by Eric, and third course of Madeira poached peaches or harbison cheese with fennel and blackberry, both by Adrian, who is also serving as expediter in the kitchen. 9:35 p.m. Thistle's menu consisted of a first course of green tomato gazpacho by Sarah, or sweet pea annulati by Michelle, also serving as executive chef for the night, a second course option of scallops with sunchoke and apple or short ribs with artichoke asparagus, both by Pablo, and a third course of soy milk custard with strawberries or goat cream roulade with blueberries, both by Brandon. 9:38 p.m. And Third Coast's menu started with team-prepared char-grilled oysters or crawfish bisque by Justin, then Creole spiced duck and cabbage by David, or red snapper panchartrain by both David and Justin, and finished with blackberry buttermilk biscuit with panna cotta by Kelsey, or another dessert by Nini that they chose to refer to as just chocolate. See Top Chef Season 15 winner, rank Joe Flam against 14 past picks, poll. 9:44 p.m. Taking on front of the house duties for each team was Nini, Sarah and Brian. Of the 3, Nini seemed the most out of sorts in that position, but Brian stayed up all night to prepare a service manual to present his servers prior to the start of their day and still lacked proper time to meet with them face-to-face. 9:50 p.m. In the back of the house, Pablo was behind schedule making 2 appetizer dishes for the Gray Team, and the entire Orange Team was feeling the pressure of too much to do with time running out before start of service. Meanwhile, Kelsey stepped out front to check on the service staff only to realize that Nene had not gone over any service rules or expectations with the staff, forcing her to take the job up on her own, and ultimately leave the blue team's waitstaff on their own. 9:59 p.m., and if the pressure of the biggest challenge of the season wasn't enough, Tom Colicchio dropped the second bomb into the wars, that it would be a double elimination. See Top Chef winners, Where Are They Now? Seasons 1-15. Photos. Next week, service begins at Thistle, Third Coast and Northeast, with all three restaurants in full meltdown mode, leading to apologies, excuses, and Tom calling it the most difficult restaurant wars in series history.